Till now we have a working game. I can click anywhere on the screen and I can see the goaler diving and my ball being shot to the area of the screen. However, as you can see, the statistics are not being updated, so I don't know how many balls I've shot, I don't know how many goals are being scored by the human, or how many times the monster goalie actually managed to get a ball. To change all this, I need to update logic in the ball sprite. The current code in the ball sprite reads something like this. When I receive shoot ball, I will glide 0.5 of a second to shoot x and shoot y. Shoot x and shoot y were variables we used earlier to store the location on the screen where the mouse pointer was when I clicked on the left mouse button. Then it will wait for 0.5 of a second and go back to the lower right hand corner of the screen. I'm going to change to the variables block and use the change block. The change block can be used to change the value of a variable. I'm going to add an entry there which says change the number of balls by -1. I'll try it out, and whenever I shoot, the number of balls is being reduced by 1. That works, but I still cannot tell how many times the human scored or how many times the monster scored. So I'm going to stop the code again, and this time I'm going to the control area and I'm going to add an if-else block. So the way it's going to work is this. If the ball is in the same location as the monster goalie, that means that the monster has actually saved the ball. So I should actually give 1 point to the monster. Otherwise, I will give 1 point to the human. So I'll go to sensing and I'll use the touching block and I'll say if touching goalie. So if the ball is touching the goalie, then it's a monster point. So I'll go to variables, set monster. Actually, set is the wrong block to use. It should be the change. Change monster by 1. That will give 1 point to the monster sprite. Otherwise, else, I will change the human variable by 1. This I'm going to do, this block I'm going to place just after the gliding block. So the new code now reads that when I receive shoot ball, when the ball is shot, I will glide to an area of the screen, and at that point I will check whether the goalie is in that area as well. Let me try it out. And there you go, it's a point for the human, another point for the human. The monster managed to actually get the ball, and there you go, it's another point for the monster. It's a tie, the human managed to score there. In reality, even though the monster is going to the same area, we seem to have a bug here. A bug is a problem in our logic. It seems that the monster is being a bit slow. And if I open the monster sprite, I can see that it is taking 1 second to glide, whilst the ball is faster because it's taking 0.5 of a second. So I'll fix this by changing the goalie sprite. And now I can actually try it again. It's 1-0 for the humans, and it's a draw by the monster. Now this is becoming fun. Right now it's the monster who's winning, 4-2. 5-2. And I can keep playing. The problem is that by now I have run out of balls, but the game is still going on. I need to fix this. I need to put in logic so that when the balls come to a 0, then I stop the game. I'll go back to the ball sprite, and just after changing the balls by -1, I have to put another condition to check that the level of the balls has not decreased to 0. So I'll go to the control section, I'll put in an if statement, and I say if the number of balls. Actually, I want to compare the number of balls to 0, so I'll have to go to operators first and use the equality. So if the number of balls is 0, then I'm going to broadcast a message which will end the game. So I'll just use a new message and I'm going to call this end game. So if the number of balls is 0, then I'm going to broadcast end game. I have to move this in this block just under the change balls, so that after I change the balls by -1, then I will check the level of the remaining balls, and if it is 0, then I will broadcast end game. By just broadcasting end game, the game will not stop, so I will need to add further code to my sprites to actually check the score and see who has won the game or whether it is a tie. But we'll leave that to the next session.